Imagine launching a profitable online business right from scratch, and all you need are your ideas and, well, a little help from AI. That's exactly what we're going to break down today.
You know that feeling, right? You get this awesome idea for a t-shirt or a mug, but then that voice kicks in. But I can't design anything. It's a classic roadblock for sure. But here's the thing. What if that design skill just wasn't a requirement anymore?
And that is the big game changer for 2025. See, AI isn't just some tool anymore. It's basically your new co-founder, your creative partner. It's ready to do all the heavy lifting, which makes this whole business idea accessible to, well, pretty much anyone.
All right, so here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with the big opportunity here. Then we'll dive into the steps, finding your niche, creating and selling, getting the word out, and even automating your growth. Stick with me, because by the end, you're going to see just how close that first sale really is.
Okay, let's get right into it. Why is this combination of print-on-demand and AI so incredibly powerful right now? I mean, we're not just talking about some passing trend here. This is a real, fundamental shift in how e-commerce can work.
Just think about all the usual headaches of starting a business, right? Well, this model pretty much solves them. With print on demand, you've got zero, and I mean zero, inventory risk. A product only gets made after a customer pays you for it. And AI? Man, it makes you lightning fast. You can turn an idea into a pro-level design in minutes. It's a perfect setup for beginners, and it's also ridiculously scalable.
Okay, let's talk about maybe the single most important step, finding your niche. Seriously, this is the foundation your entire business is built on. Because if you try to sell to everybody, you'll end up selling to nobody. It's a classic mistake. So what is a niche exactly? Don't overthink it. It's just a focused group of people who are passionate about the same thing. You know, dog lovers, fitness junkies, retro gamers, communities built around hobbies, jobs, whatever. The more specific you get, the easier it is to find and talk to your future customers.
And this example right here makes it all click. Cat mugs? Yeah, that's way too broad. You're competing with everyone. But funny AI-generated cat memes for coffee lovers? Boom. All of a sudden, you know exactly who you're selling to, what your style is, and even how to market it. That specificity, that's your secret weapon.
Okay, now for the fun part, actually bringing your ideas to life and getting your shop set up. This is where that AI co-designer really starts to shine.
Look, your AI prompt is everything. If you just give it a generic prompt like dog art, you're going to get a generic, forgettable result. It's like telling an artist, just paint a dog. You don't know what you're going to get, and it probably won't be special.
But now look at this. A great prompt gets a great result. Minimalist black and white line art of a Labrador wearing sunglasses. See the difference? It's specific. It nails the style, the subject, and that little quirky detail. This is how you make designs people actually want to buy. And honestly, if you take one thing away from this, it's this. Learning to write great prompts is the single most valuable skill you can have in this business.
All right, you've got your killer designs. Now where do you actually sell them? You've basically got two main paths to choose from. On one hand, you have marketplaces like Redbubble. The good? You get traffic right away. The bad? Lower profits and tons of competition. The other path is using a supplier, like Printify, and hooking it up to your own store on a platform like Etsy or Shopify. This route gives you way more control, much better profit margins, and you actually get to build a real brand.
So for a beginner, what's the move? Honestly, the recommendation is pretty clear. The sweet spot is starting with Etsy and Printify. Why? Because Etsy already has this huge built-in audience of people actively looking for unique stuff. And Printify just works in the background, handling all the printing and shipping. It's really the best of both worlds, and it costs next to nothing to get started.
Okay, so you've got a great product, your store is set up, now what? How do you get people to actually pull out their credit cards? Well, it all comes down to marketing, and maybe more importantly, the words you use to sell. And this is what you see everywhere. A totally boring, human-written description. This is a ceramic mug with a cat design. It just states the obvious, right? It tells you what it is, but it doesn't sell the feeling. It's completely forgettable. But now,
Check out what AI can do. It doesn't just describe, it sells. It leads with a benefit. Start your morning with a smile. It sells an emotion, a little bit of joy for your coffee routine. Then it hits the practical stuff and even calls out who it's for, the perfect gift for cat lovers. This is the kind of description that actually makes sales.
So, you're making some sales? Awesome. The next step is about scaling up. It's about building a system that can grow even when you're not working. And to do that, you need to make automation your new best friend.
Seriously, think of these AI tools as your first automated employees. You can get an AI chatbot to handle all those common customer questions 24/7. You can use dynamic pricing tools to automatically adjust prices to maximize your profit. And you can use analytics AI to act as your strategist, telling you which designs are selling like crazy so you know what to make next. This is how you scale without burning out.
All right, we have covered the entire playbook, from that first spark of an idea all the way to automating your growth. So let's wrap this up by talking about what you can realistically expect. A little motivation to get you started.
Okay, the big question everyone always asks, what's this going to cost me? And the answer is probably a lot less than you think. If you go with that Etsy and Printify combo we talked about, you can get the whole thing off the ground for around $100. Seriously, that's basically it. That'll cover your first few listings and maybe ordering a sample to make sure you like the quality.
And the other big question, how long till I actually make a sale? Well, if you nail your niche and you're putting in the work on creating and marketing, it's totally realistic to see your first sale in 30 to 60 days. Just think about that for a second. In 1 to 2 months, you could go from just an idea to having a business that's actually making money. So here's the bottom line. The tools are here. The opportunity is very, very real. And the barrier to getting started, it has never, ever been lower. AI is literally waiting to build this with you. So the only real question left is, what are you going to create first?